Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in for your latest dose of Rider Pilates. It's all about mobility and strength control through your spine today. The spine is the part of your body that connects your upper body, your contact to your pelvis, your seat. Such a key area also for absorbing the forces that come up through the horse's back. So an area we need to work on all of the time. So let's get started thinking about having equal weight in your feet, soft knees, and your headlights on your pelvis pointing straight ahead so that you are lined up, ready to go through the whole of your body. Feel your elastic spine drawing you upwards. It's important to have that elastic feeling so you're not fixed and rigid, so elastic up through the top of your neck. And then we're going to turn your head from side to side, keeping your eyes level. You want to watch so you don't dip down. That just squashes the joints in your neck, which isn't so comfortable, but also you're then not using those neck muscles as smoothly as you could do, as effectively as you could do. Okay, face the front, put one foot in front of the other. Check you've got equal weight in your feet and your headlights again are pointing forwards. Arms across your chest, and then you're turning shoulders side to side. This time you're focusing on your shoulders staying level. So watch you don't dip down, collapse through your body. Always good to practice these things out of the saddle so that then you really know what your bad habits are maybe, but also what really good quality movement feels like, and then you're more likely to be able to identify that in the saddle and pick up when you're not doing it. Let's swap and put the other foot in front. Same again, equal weight, headlights forwards, into those turns with your shoulders staying level. Okie doke. Come back up, we're going to go to the end of your mat, so if you can have your feet together with your knees soft and your hands on the front of your thighs, tuck your chin into your chest, and as you slide down, really focus on moving every single vertebra one at a time through your neck, between your shoulders, low back, then your pelvis. Breathe in, breathe out, stack down with your pelvis, and then you're stacking each vertebra, low back, mid back, between your shoulders, through your neck, and your chin up last. And again, chin into your chest, and curl up as tightly as you possibly can through the whole of your spine. Another breath in, and then breathe out, bend your knees onto your mat, and you're going to start off with your cobra, so on your front, arms out to the side, elbows bent to about 90 degrees, tip of your nose on the floor as you scoop forwards and up, look ahead, and then straight down and scoop back in, so forwards and scoop up, straight down and in. If you want to go a little bit further, slightly bring your elbows forwards and hands out, and you can come up onto your hands. You want to feel that you're doing the reverse of what you did in your roll down, because you're now extending through your spine, but still focus on feeling each level of your spine moving as you peel up, peeling your ribs and then your tummy up, if you're on your hands anyway with your tummy, and then laying back down through your tummy and through your ribs. One more like this. Okay, we're going to turn onto your side, and we're going to do your side bend. Now if you've got any shoulder problems, you can do this flat and just do the arm. It's not as effective because it's not really working your tummy muscles in the same way, but it's a way of compromising and doing this exercise even if your shoulder stops you from doing the full version. So you might think, what's the side bend got to do with the spine? It really works your abdominal muscles, and it works you into stability through a sideways movement, which is important in the saddle. So top arm onto your top side, and we're lifting and lowering that top arm and pelvis together. So you can see as I go up, my spine is gently curving to the side as I come up, and we're looking to really control that movement on the way back down. If you want to make it harder, lift your top leg as well. And it's all about control. So horses, yes, we hope that they go in a straight line, but they spook, they do all sorts of things, they slip and they trip, and if you're jumping, they do even more interesting movements underneath, and your spine has got to be able to absorb those movements and go with them, and not to be rigid or not be strong enough, lack the strength to be able to cope with those movements that come up from the horse. And this is one of them, so train for it. Okay, let's bring that leg down. We're going to turn onto your back and we're going to do your oblique prep exercise. So feet and knees approximately hip width apart, basically wherever feels comfortable for you. Pelvis in a basically neutral position. Again, it's what feels neutral for you. Bring your right hand to the top of your neck or the base of your head. Left hand beside you. Pelvic floor onto floor 3. Float your left hand, reach for your toes, and bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. And take everything down together. So it's float, reach, into that turn. Everything down together. Try to keep your low back still, so we're not imprinting with this one. Low back is still, it's your upper and mid back. We're working your oblique abdominal muscles because they're really good for strength and control of the rotation, the turning movement that happens through your body. Okay, let's swap. So you've got your right hand, no, your left hand at the top of your neck, base of your head. Right hand is beside you. Float those fingers, reach for your toes, and it's left shoulder towards right knee, and everything down together. Again, keep your low back still, and try and move and turn through your upper and mid back. You can do one more this way. Well done. Okie doke, we are going to move on to your shoulder bridge. So if you've got a headrest, just slide it out of the way and bring your feet a little bit closer towards your bottom. Just takes the pressure off your hamstrings a little bit. Pelvic floor onto floor 3. Roll back so you imprint your low back into your mat, and then you're peeling up each vertebra one at a time until you get to the very top. Relaxed breathing at the top, and then you're coming down each vertebra in turn through your imprints to neutral. So pelvic floor, imprint, peel up, breathing at the top, and coming back down. If you find that a little bit easy, you can do it without your hands, so you haven't got the pressure of your arms on the floor to just give you that extra. You're a little bit more reliant on all the other muscles through your legs, around your body to help you. Then you're going to stay up at the top for your next one, and you can do it with or without the hands depending on how you feel. We're going to do some of your hip dips. Knees stay still, hands stay still. Lower one side of your pelvis and back up, and the same with the other side. Apologies about the wind, I hope it's not causing too much interference. So your knees stay an equal distance apart, your hands stay an equal distance apart and soft if they're up. And you're just looking to isolate that movement to each side of your pelvis with your spine staying nice and straight and still in the middle. Remember, in the saddle, your pelvis wants to be able to move with the horse, side to side or one side at a time, and your spine still wants to be moving gently forwards and back at the same time. There's a lot of synchronization of movement. This is a good practice. One more each way, and then back down and through your imprint. Bring your hands down if they were up, and we're going to turn around onto the side that you haven't already been on, and we're going to do your side bend again. So as before, if you've got any shoulder pain on this side, just do the top arm bit lying flat. You won't get the same impact for your spinal strength if you like, but it's still a useful thing to do. Otherwise, top arm onto your top headlight, pelvic floor onto floor 3, and we're synchronizing that lifting and lowering, controlling your pelvis up, controlling it down, synchronizing the arm and the pelvis, taking your spine into that curved position and back down, and we'll float the top leg. And if anyone doesn't believe me about the interesting positions that your spine gets into in this sort of movement, watch some of the badminton highlights from 2022 Laura Collett and Ollie Townend both had very interesting moments on the cross country, with horses doing interesting things underneath them, and their legs are going one way, their upper bodies are going the other, and oh, what's connecting them? This bit in the middle. You've got to be strong in every direction through the whole of your body. Last one. Okay, leg down. We're going to go onto your hands and knees, and we're going to thread the needle, and we're going to do the full whammy today. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, hand up, look at your hand, and as you pass it through that gap on the other side, bend the elbow to go through and come back up. Other hand, look at the hand, come through, bend the elbow to look through. You're looking at your hand the whole way through, and that will help to really make sure that you use the whole of your spine, from your pelvis to the very top of your neck. Do one more each way. Last one. Lovely. Then you're going to stay in this position. We're going to do your cat stretch. Arching up through your back, so you'll probably find yourself looking between your knees, and then arching downwards and lifting your head. Arching upwards, looking between your legs. Arching downwards and looking ahead. And try to feel that your whole spine moves together. So everything is arching one way and everything is arching the other way. One more each way. Lovely job. Okie doke. Then bring yourself back, if you can, if you're comfortable, bring your bottom onto your heels. If not, just pause whatever does feel comfortable, leaving your hands out, and then take your head down once again as far as feels comfortable, and a couple of nice big breaths in. Then bring your hands back towards your body, and we are going to finish there. So well done for doing all of those. I hope you found those nice to do, also useful. I appreciate some people do have very stiff backs and you can't always do all the same amount of movement that I can. That is fine. Work within what you can do comfortably and easily, and hopefully over time you certainly won't get any worse. At worst you'll maintain your movement, and at best you'll gradually improve. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. Look after yourselves and enjoy your horses.